Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Finally, after a week and maybe 4 days, I have received my ColourPop No Filter Foundations. So I've got the foundations, I've got the concealers, I've got the sheer pressed powder, I've got the translucent powder. So I'm gonna film a first impression review on the foundation. Yes, I'm wearing it right now. So yeah, if you guys wanna know my thoughts on this new foundation, and if you want to see shade comparisons, I swatch about I think 10 or so low-end and high-end foundations side by side so you can get a good feel for the shades that I have. It's really hard to find, even I struggle, it's really hard to find someone who has the same skin tone as you on YouTube, so you can see if the foundations you want to buy will match you based on them. So if you guys want to see all my shade comparisons, see a demo, hear my thoughts, then keep watching. My ColourPop order finally came in and so exciting. I picked up everything from the new No Filter range. So I've got the foundations, I picked up the concealers. You're a peach. I'm a peach. You're a peach. By the way, it literally just arrived and I was like, I gotta film, like right now, I gotta film. I will of course be doing my usual shade comparisons. So first up, I picked up shade 120 that they said that I was, and also I picked up the shade 115 because these are both from the medium dark range. I got 115 because it said that it was, I think it was for more warm tones. It's 25 mils, it says it's cruelty free, it's got a pump. Does it lock? Ooh, yeah. So like how the NARS pumps, I'm guessing the majority of pumps, they lock. This does too. Really good shipping because we're in New Zealand and nothing really comes to us quick enough. I'm gonna grab a bunch of my favorite foundations and do swatch comparisons for you guys. By the way, they also threw in a free foundation brush, which is really cool. I think my shipping was free because if you spend over $50, then you get free shipping. Developed for the selfie age, full coverage, natural matte foundation, delivers flawless looking skin from day to night. Oil free, lightweight. Apparently it's got soft blurring pigments, cruelty free and vegan. I've made my lighting a bit darker as usual, so it's not as nice. I'm gonna grab the shade 115. First thoughts, kinda drippy. 120 next to it. That's a surprise. Okay, so this is 120 and it's definitely looking a bit more yellow, which I'm surprised at. I thought this one is the neutral foundation, hence why like they look like that. I thought this one would be yellow, the 115. And then the 120 would be the neutral. I don't know. I mean, I'm not complaining because I'm glad I got both. Okay, so I'm going to swatch the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation in 06 Sand Beige. Let's check that here. Love this foundation. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Desert Beige. I'll do L'Oreal Pro Glow in the shade 208. This one's a little bit light for me, but you know, similar shades. LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation in Light Tan, one of my current favorite foundations right now. We will do, obviously, ColourPop again, shade 115. Oh no, that's so drippy. Whoa, what's my stomach up to? Okay, so that's 115, that's 120. MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC 40. Fenty Beauty 290. I'll chuck that here. Whoops, I'm like trying to blend it into the other one. So that's Fenty 290. Almost done. So I'm going to grab the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in Aruba. NARS Shea Glow in Syracuse, which is my actual NARS shade. Lastly, we've got the Makeup Forever Ultra HD in Y405. They gave me a free brush as part of the promo. I think they just said you enter in a code called no filter. Or maybe I could use this one once on my face because I usually just do sponge on one side. This is the original Beauty Blender and it's damp. For full coverage foundation application, use a flat dense foundation brush. So this will give me full coverage. Okay, so I'm guessing that means obviously use this on its own, right? I'm not getting that wrong. I'm just gonna sanitize it just because I'm not able to wash it. I think I should use maybe 120. It literally just stopped recording as soon as I put this on. I just took one dip into my hand and I just put it onto my cheek. And I was literally just saying that this little bit is actually going a long way. So I'll just apply a little bit more in case it didn't capture that. I'm not used to using these brushes for foundations. Usually I use like a flat, dense brush so you can really blend it around. We'll apply some more down here. and it seems to be doing a good job at around my pigmented areas. I've done about 2 layers of it, and I've just about used the rest, like the whole hump on this side of my face. So far so good, but I wouldn't say it's like Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation full coverage, you know. I'm looking at this color now, and this is not one that I usually choose for myself. It actually is coming off quite peachy. Blend it. I noticed that brands come out with concealers first to test the waters and to see what people think of the formulation, because it's easier to, I feel like it's easier to come out with a concealer and then have that not work than come out with a foundation. Maybe I'm wrong, but Tarte did their concealers before their foundations. Kylie Jenner has done her concealers before her foundations. Kylie is gonna come out with a foundation. I already know. She didn't tell me, but I just know. I think Jeffree Star's coming out with a concealer. I think he mentioned a corrector, but I feel like it's gonna come out with a concealer and then foundation. The ones that didn't do a concealer first is Huda Beauty and Fenty, which I love because I feel like it's quite ballsy to just go in and be like, hey, we have a foundation. This Beauty Blender side looks a little bit more radiant, and I would say that that's probably due to the fact that it's damp. It is more of a satin matte because you can kind of see this like glow in my cheek, but it's not as much as this one. Which application do I like better? I like both. I mean, both are very different because this one is more matte due to this brush. However, I feel like I had to build it up, whereas this one, it's there on camera. You guys probably think that it looks quite flawless, but it actually is not full coverage. However, I feel like if you had very even skin, you had amazing skin to begin with, then it would be full coverage on you. My skin's looking good. By the way, in terms of time, it's 11:57 a.m. So I've picked up 2 concealers, medium 26 and medium dark 32. Maybe I need to shake this because it's separating a little bit. Well, that's good. It's got enough product to be shaken up. Oh, I was shaking my hand and my Fitbit thought I was doing steps. So that's 26, that's 32. This is a 32. I just don't want it to be too bright, you know. We'll throw on the 26 as well, just because it's a little bit more yellow. Well, it's like yellow for sure. Oh, this is a good concealer. Do you know how I know? Because I had a pimple up here and I literally just covered it, and it covered it with a beauty blender. Yes. It reminds me of my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer a little bit. To be honest, I'm more wowed at the concealer than the foundation. What else did I get? I picked up the No Filter Sheer Press Powder. I got the shade Medium Dark, and I also got the translucent powder. There was a banana powder, but to be honest, I'm not that wowed by banana powder. Like, I've got the Ben Nye one. This is nice. So I've got the Ben Nye banana powder, and personally I prefer translucent setting powders on myself because I feel like the yellow powders can sometimes look a little bit too yellow. It's good for like under your eyes, but not like all over, you know what I mean? Just opening this, it's got a slight yellow tint to it. So they're both, probably can't because it's light, but they both have a slight tint, which I really like. And the Laura Mercier translucent powder is my favorite. Translucent powder first, and then I'll go in with the sheer press powder. I don't bake, I just kind of set my foundation. Translucent powder kind of makes me like a little bit, it kind of throws on a tiny bit of a white cast, but I feel like that can just be fixed with when you start adding color back into your face, like with bronzer and things. Okay, so already, whoa, it feels so smooth. It's giving me those Laura Mercier vibes where you touch your face and it's super smooth, which I like because, yo, wrinkles and things. Just to kind of set that foundation powder, I'll just clean it a little bit. Sheer press powder. I don't know if I'm supposed to rub, maybe I'll just pat because I already got foundation on. Is this even doing anything? Okay, so like I put some on my hand, on my finger. It's very, very light, very obviously finely milled. Then do I think you need to buy this? I don't think so, unless you want to try everything out. Maybe what I might do is try this on a no makeup day. By that I mean on a day where I'm just wearing concealer, and then see what it does to the rest of my face because I'm not noticing anything. I'm not sure how it'll do and not getting you guys like oily throughout the day because I do have dry skin and I can't really comment on that. But it's a really affordable product. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll come back and show you guys. I use all of the no filter products, so that's probably why everything's sitting quite well. Like it's helping it in its favor because I'm guessing they're all designed to work together. In terms of my skin, oh by the way, it's exactly 130. I feel like 120 was spot on. Skin looks good. I'm actually decently surprised with this color match. 5:25 p.m. Face looks the same. I didn't blot. Oh, this pimple looks really gross, but looks good. I haven't even done anything. I've just been filming, editing, but just to give you guys an update, still looks good. Pleasantly surprised. So yeah, I'll probably keep it on for another 2 hours. I might actually go to the gym because I really, really want to train legs, which is all I've been talking about today. So I want to go to the gym and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I don't actually think it's going to change much in 2 hours, but you never know, the gym might have an effect. Anyway, so I will check back in soon. It's 10:13 p.m. This makeup, aside from the fact that my lipstick has been smudged on my face, but this makeup and these lashes have withstood or has held up against 101 flaws on Fibbit. Do you see that? 101 flaws. I set myself a goal of climbing 101 floors, and one floor at my gym is 3 sets of stairs. So I was running up and down those stairs, sweating. I had like sweat dripping down my back and even my face, actually, like down my neck. Looking at me now, you wouldn't have no idea because my makeup is still on. Okay, maybe lashes aren't doing so well, but it's crazy, right? So what do you guys think of this foundation? I think it still looks great, surprisingly. And I also trained legs before doing 100 floors, so it's just, I don't know what I was thinking. I just want to keep my eyes closed and go to sleep. It looks good. Still feels quite soft. Hasn't really worn off too much around my, okay, so my nose has rubbed off, but it's like rubbed off quite a lot. But honestly, I can't really fault the foundation because when I was running up and down the stairs, like I was sniffling a lot and I'm not sure why. So yeah, pleasantly surprised. Honestly, my final thoughts on the foundation, I can't really fault it. I mean, for $12 US, it's a pretty decent foundation. I have nothing bad to say about it, but I'm also not really wowed by it, you know? Like I was really wowed about the concealers, but not so much the foundations. Like I think it's really good. I don't know, not wowed by it, but I did like the color match. Like the match to my skin, to my neck is really good. Their shade finder on the website is pretty spot on for me. Remember when I tried other shade finders like I think Fenty? 290 isn't really my exact match, but it's really rare that a company can get it spot on. So props to ColourPop for their shade finder. I think I kind of expected more because this is no filter foundation. Like when I tried Fenty, I did like 2 layers of that and I was like, whoa. And then I tried this and I mean, this makeup, hold on. My skin looks good. I think it looks a lot better on camera than I'm seeing in person. If anything, it looks better with time. It looks better now than it did when I first applied it. Those are my final thoughts. Nothing really bad. I'm not really wowed. The concealers. Love, love, love these. Especially together. If you guys have used the concealers, let me know. Or if you've tried even the foundations already, let me know your thoughts. Definitely recommend the concealers. The No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder. Would I recommend this? Not really. It didn't do anything. Like, it's just it literally is what it says. It's a sheer pressed powder. I honestly don't know what it does. Okay, so maybe, for example, if I needed to touch up on my nose, you know, because my nose kind of got red. Alright, but still, like, you can still tell that the foundation has worn off. The setting powder, would I say get it? If you haven't tried the Laura Mercier or you think that one's too expensive, get this because I did really like it. Those are my final thoughts. If you guys enjoyed the video, then give it a thumbs up. Oh, and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with more videos. Alright, bye everyone. Is my dress on here? A little bit. So my hair's a little bit weird, but because I'm like so hyped, I couldn't even wait until I did my hair. Like I needed to film. I'm just a messy kid. Have I tried NYX foundations? Have I actually not? I might need to do that next. Next. I must have really stuck this one down. Alright, bye guys.